Hey, how are you? Oh my goodness, it's Money Making Mindset Monday. Super excited. It's your girl, Erica Lane, the Money Elevation Strategist, and it's Monday. I know. It's crazy. It's busy. It's all the things, but glad that you grabbed your lunch and you've come here to sit with me. Talk about money and motivation and all the things that we're going to talk about today. I'm definitely going to get started as soon as I can. Y'all know this tech, y'all. Somebody get me a tech person. Is all I'm saying. Somebody get me a tech person like yesterday. Who's going to be my tech person? I feel like I need to make sure like that is on the top of my list. Is to get a tech person. Um, because I am many things. I'm great at many things. Technology, not so much. Not so much. As always, if you see me toggling it, it's just because we have multiple platforms going on at one time. And so I want to make sure that I am paying attention to them all. So definitely, if you see me head toggling, it's just because that's what's going on. Super excited. So much is going on. I can't believe, right? We're here. We are here each and every day, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, um, as we get to the money, right? Everybody know. And so it is Monday. And so we're going to talk about mindset because that's critical to your business, to your life, quite frankly. Because the reality is that you can try and do all the things that you want to do, but if you don't have the correct mindset to do them, um, it is just going to going to go down. So hey, beautiful. Hey, so we're gonna start. Number one, I should probably introduce myself because even though I think that my marketing is A1 from day one, right? It's absolutely amazing. I never want to take it for granted um, that you all know exactly who I am. So to give you a little bit about me, I'm the money elevation strategist, Erica Lane. I tripled my income using what is now my profitable entrepreneur money makeover program. I was born and raised in the city of New York. Yes, get money, right? But they never taught us how to keep any of that money, right? It was always spend fast, and you always wanted to have the most, the best, always the new, the exclusive. That's how things worked in New York City. And so what that did was teach us we had to get money quickly and we had to spend it just as quickly, which is not necessarily the best way to teach, people how to do things. But hey, that's what it did. And then I grew up in New York City. I definitely learned money, unfortunately that way, right? And then I've definitely moved to multiple cities in different places. I've gone up and down the East Coast. And if I don't sit still too long, you better catch me when you can. Okay, catch me when you can. And right now you are catching me because this month I got time. I got time. Right? That's not gonna be the case next month. If you know, you know. But that's not gonna be the case next month. But this month I've got time, right? So definitely want to get on here and listen to all of the good information I have, but also too on Fridays it's Phone a Friend Friday. It is Phone a Friend Friday, and you have the opportunity to come and do a live with me. We can talk about your business. You can ask me questions, right? Intro your business, all the goods. Just make sure that you message me. Listen, I'm never scared to have people message me, right? You can DM me, you can message me. It's more than fine. I can put people out. You know what I'm saying? I can put people out. But definitely message me, Phone a Friend Friday. Phone a Friend Friday. And then I'll know exactly what you're looking for. Girl, you already know. I don't even gotta ask me, right? You already know. I'll send you the link or whatever to do the Phone a Friend Friday. So definitely jump on in with us. But today, we're gonna talk about mindset. Um, and just a little bit of background just for information purposes because sometimes people feel like you've had all the success, you've got it going on, and like you don't understand what's going on in my life. Understand that I had a business that grows $750,000 annually. I put my blood, my sweat, and my tears into that, right, into that body of work. And unfortunately, due to no fault of our own, it's the reality of politics, right? Sometimes politics kills businesses. it just is what it is, right? And we going it is what it is. And so they did, and there was nothing I could do about it. And so I tucked my tail, ran back home, right? And I ended up having to go into the shelter system with me and my daughter, and getting food stamps and all the things. If you've ever been a part of that system, it's not always easy. It's not you're not always meeting a smiling face, right, in those spaces. Um, and so absolutely positively, it wasn't easy at all. From going from having all of that money all the way to having to ask someone to help feed your daughter, right, and put food on the table and clothes on your back and a roof over your head. It's not easy to do that. That's a fall, right? But um, one of the most respected people in my atmosphere. I like to think Mr. Dr. Les Brown. That's right, he's Dr. Les Brown now, right? Dr. Les Brown said, if you can look up, you can get up. And that's exactly what I did. I started to look up. I started to realize that, you know, I was in that situation, but that's all it was a situation. It was not going to be the forever. It was not going to be, always. It was going to be in that moment. But what I did in that moment was going to dictate how fast, right, I was going to move out of it, right? And that's exactly what I did. I said, you know what? I don't want to be here. And the great thing about being where I am is, you know what, if you don't want to be somewhere, guess what? You don't have to. Right? You don't have to sit in it. You don't got to stay in it. You don't got to sit there. You don't have to cry about it. You don't have to do any of those things. You can just decide to take steps to move forward. And that's exactly what I did. I took the necessary steps to move forward. I started budgeting. I started saving. I started couponing. Imagine somebody who was taking trips around the world and vacation battling with friends. Now all of a sudden is using coupons and saving money and investing and credit and all of the things. And all of those things happened. And guess what? I started to build up my finances. I started to secure myself and my daughter. And then what ended up happening was people saw what I was doing with my own stuff and they was like, hey, can you help me out? Can you help me? Right? Because all you did with your child, can you help me? And quite frankly, the money elevation strategist is born. I've always loved numbers, always been great at math. Mother was a math teacher, right? I did a hot stint in the educational system. Realized very quickly that I love our children. I really do. I love them with the love of the Lord, right? But the reality is that I didn't want to teach children. I'd rather teach adults. So I'm gonna leave that there. I love them with the love of the Lord, but I'm gonna leave that there, right? And so, but that's my story, right? In a nutshell. There's obviously a whole lot more to it, but that's my story in a nutshell. So that's who's before you. It's not someone who's, went from, stayed at the mountaintop, was always at the mountaintop, and stayed at the mountaintop, and forever at the mountaintop, right? I've had peaks and valleys. It's giving ups and downs. It's giving up and ups and downs, as the kids would say, it's giving up and ups and downs. But I've definitely made it through. And the thing is, one of the things that was crucial to me was my mindset. I knew that if I was there, right, before I can get back there. One of the things I used to tell my daughter when we would get into financial trouble, because it didn't happen just once. I mean, I can be honest, yeah, we friends, right? Yeah, we good, right? We friends. It didn't just happen one time. I didn't just happen to get into financial trouble one time, right? Because what happens is oftentimes when you're into financial trouble, it's because your habits are keeping you there, right? Your habits are keeping you there because if you don't know how you got into trouble, right? You'll get out of trouble and then you'll end up right back in the same trouble that you just got out of. Why? Because your habits are the same. You didn't change anything. You didn't change anything. You just got something fixed. Hurrah, right? But then you're back in the same situation. It's just like credit. I was teaching credit not long ago, and the one thing that I did differently than most people, most people were helping folks with credit, but they weren't really helping them. What they were really doing is um, just ignoring all the different things that was on their credit end, or just pushing it off, right? Just disputing it, and then all of a sudden it's quote unquote fixed, right? It's not fixed. It's not fixed, right? Because so their score shot up because you disputed everything, and you and it's quote unquote fixed, right? And people think that their credit was fixed, or they went into these programs that fixed their credit, quote unquote, and maybe they did some good things and fixed the credit. But here's the problem: the problem is that people got into the same exact problem again, right? They got into the same exact problem again because their habits, because their mindset didn't shift. Nothing about their mindset shifted. So what ended up happening is what? They got right back into the problem, right? We don't want that. We don't want that for your money. So we're going to talk about money mindset just really quickly, okay? Just some reality for ourselves, right? Our entire lives we've been told that the only way to make money is to win the lottery, right? Come on, y'all, right? Or work harder for money. When the reality, and that's not necessarily the reality. What most people realize is there is plenty of money out here, plenty, plenty of money out here in these streets, right? But it's just a way of how you get it. And whether you get your money from a 9 to 5 or whether you get your money because you are building a business, there's plenty of ways to get your money in books. Plenty, right? So don't let anybody make you feel any kind of way. But the reality is the odds of winning the lottery are tiny, right? And working hard is great, right? But the reality is, depending on how you make your money, you can work as hard as you want, but there ain't more money coming in, right? Especially if you are a salaried employee, the harder you work doesn't necessarily mean you're going to make more money. That's just not the same, right? But there is a direct correlation between your money mindset and how much you make, right? In other words, the way you think about money has a real and direct influence on how much money you actually make. Your money mindset can either catapult you to wealth or keep you wherever you are. And that's just being real, right? This is why most people are glean for and look for all of the possibilities in life, but quite frankly, they don't reach them because they're focused on, oh, I want this thing, but they're not focused on the mindset that it's going to take to get this thing. Right? They're not focused on the habits it's going to take to get those things, the changes it's going to take to get those things. Right? They're trapped where they are and don't know how to change. Right? So there's a couple of things, there's a couple of myths, right, that we believe about money, and not because necessarily, it was a bad thing. Because some of the generations before us, listen, they gave us what they could with what they had. Can we be honest about that? Can we celebrate that? Like they gave us what they could with what they had, but the reality is they may not necessarily have given us the tools or the things that we needed, right? Because they were afraid and they had their own set of fears for their own time. But there are some myths that I need to bust right now when we talk about money. Okay. So the first myth that gets, ooh, this one, I'm gonna get in trouble for this one, y'all. I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. But the first myth is money is evil, right? We've all heard it. You know, probably said it, right? We've in different spaces, different places that money is evil. But the truth of the matter is, money in it of itself is not evil. It's not. Money is just a tool. It is literally just a tool, right? For you to place value from one thing to another. That's it, right? It's just a tool, right? And what I've learned over my life, and don't get me wrong, I have met people who made millions and millions of dollars, and I've met people who just couldn't rub two nickels together if they tried. It just is what it is, right? But the one thing I know about money is just going to increase who you are. That's all it's going to do, right? If you're a good person, you'll be a good person with money. If you are a bad person, you will be a bad person with money. That just is what it is, right? But money in of itself is not evil. Now, they read a book that said the love of money, right? Therefore, the worship thereof, depending on which volume you read, right, or the version that you read, right? The worship of money, right? Yeah, that becomes an evil, right? And that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother day. We ain't getting to all that. But all I'm saying is, money in it of itself is not evil, right? It's simply printed paper, right? Depending on where you live in the world, maybe coins or a metal, right? But money in itself is neutral, right? It isn't good and ain't bad. It is just a tool to transfer value. That's what's really all it is. Okay. It's what you do with the money that makes it good or bad, right? What you do with your money, right? You know, you can do great things with money. You can help the poor. You can educate people. You can, give people jobs. You can do all of these things with money, right? Put on your mask first, though. That's all I'm saying. Put on your mask first. But you can do a lot of wonderful things with money. You can do a lot of bad things wrong too, right? You can control people. Come on, y'all. Listen. I'm not saying y'all doing that. I'm just saying, right? We know some situations and some folks, right, who use money, right, to really control people and to stifle people, right? You can do all types of things with money. It's up to you to do whatever you want to do with that money. Number two, second myth. Oh, this one, right? If you want money, you greedy, right? Many of us carry around the assumption that only people who are greedy want more money, right? No, 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 no. Right? We assume that if we want money, we'll become like the Ebenezer Scrooges. Remember Scrooge McDuck back in the day? I'm telling my age. I'm telling my age, y'all. I'm gonna chill out. but but always hoarding, but never giving it away, right? So, but here's the truth, right? It's what you do with the money that truly matters. Like I said, you can be greedy and simply want to accumulate as much as possible, but you can't take money to the grave. You can't take it with you, right? And so I don't suggest that you be greedy about it. In fact, I wrote an article not too long ago, and I was explaining how giving is one of the biggest and most missed wealth principles. Giving is one of the biggest and most missed wealth principles, right? I give as much as possible. And in my business, I structure my business so that I know I'm giving, these talks away. I'm going to give, right, these programs away. I'm going to give all of the things with my gifts and my talents. Why? Because I understand that giving is a wealth principle, right? But it doesn't make you greedy to want more money, right? Because quite frankly, I know that for me, when I have more money, that means I can help more people, right? I can help more people. I can put more people in positions. I can put people on more platforms. I can donate my time more, right? Because now I don't have to worry about money. I can help, in the areas. I can go to schools and help college students learn about money, right? I can do all of these things when I have money, but it's just all in what you do with it, right? And so I just decide to be generous. And the question is, what are you going to decide to do with it, right? It allows you to give to other people, right? And you simply don't do things if you don't have. If you simply can't do those things if you don't have money. Here's what I told my students before: you cannot be charitable if your household is not possible, profitable, and that's just the truth. You want to make sure that you take care of yourself first, right? And then you can go out and be charitable to other people. So you cannot be charitable if your household is not profitable. So if you are not in a position to help yourselves and pay your own bills and make sure that you have your investments, make sure that your retirement is stocked, making sure, right, you have the things that you need. Guess what? You cannot go help somebody else, or you should not, right? Because we've all been on a plane and we know what they say: put your mask on first. Put your mask on first, before you start helping someone else, right? Number three, this is a big one, right? Because in our community, for some strange reason, hey, beautiful, for some strange reason, they act like it's gonna go somewhere. But number three is there's not enough money, so I gotta run out and get all the coins because there's not enough money. That is a lie. There's an abundant amount of money, right? Right. If you grew up in a house where finances were regularly tight, right, then you may harbor the belief that there isn't enough money, right? But let me free you right now. There is plenty of money out here. You just have to decide to go out here and get it. Legal money. Say that, right? Right. Thank you, girl. Legal money, right? But you have to decide to go out here and get it, right? You may have had some experiences in your life that may have dictated why you feel the way you feel, and those are valid. But let me free you. There is more than enough money out here. I don't care if you do the same thing as somebody else. Can nobody put your sauce on it? I'm the money elevation strategist. Yes. I am a money coach. Yes. I'm the chief profit coach. Yes. And do I think that there are others? Sure. But none of them can do what I do. Not nail one. Not nail one. because none of them are me, right? None of them are me. And there are people in this world who are assigned to me. There are people in this world who are assigned to Erica Lane to help them plan, manage, and maximize the profit in their business and in their households. There are people who are assigned to me. And because I know that, right, I walk into my divine assignment. I know that there are things that are greater for me, and I need you to know the same thing. Nobody can put you on it. It don't matter if there's 50,000 people doing it. You want an example? Let me help you. You know this girl named Rihanna? There's this girl named Rihanna, right? And she decided that she wanted to do a makeup line. She decided that she wanted to do a makeup line. Millions upon millions of dollars. But there was already CoverGirl, there was already Maybelline, there was already New Yorker, there was already about 20,000 makeup lines. And in my vision, and I talk about this, I was talking about this to my AP. Shout out to my APs. They are bomb.com. I don't care what you say. You got to get you some APs like mine. You can't have mine. But you got to get you some APs like mine. But I'm telling my APs in the Global Profit Solutions Academy, like I want to make sure that we live in a life of abundance. I want to make sure like your stuff is on the same level as my stuff, right? Your we stock in the same shelves. If your stuff on shelf, you're to my right and you're to my left, right? Because it doesn't matter that we're doing the same thing, right? It's always going to be different. Why? Because we're different. We're all different, and so understand like it doesn't matter who's doing what. Nobody can put you on it. Nobody can do what you do like the way you do it. Period. Right? So let's step back a little bit, right? There are trillions of dollars in the world. Trillions with a T. Trillions with a T. Right? There is more than enough money for everyone. Please hear me when I say there's more than enough money for everyone. There is no scarcity of money, right? In fact, there's an actual abundance of money, right? It's just kept from certain people during certain times at certain levels. You have to decide to break through those certain times, those certain levels, right? With the scarcity of money with a scarcity mindset, right? You believe there is never enough. You feel like you have to hold on to everything you have because you never know when it's going to be gone. But here's the thing, like I said before, right? Giving is one of the most missed wealth principles. And quite frankly, if you keep your hands tight, if you keep your hands closed, guess what you can't do? You can't receive anything. Why? Your hands are closed, right? My hands stay open. I give as much as I can, right? Now, it's a planned giving. I understand what I can give and what I have to sell. Come on, y'all. I run a business. You do too, right? But you can't have the scarcity mindset because here's the thing. While you have to plan for things to happen, because they will, right? One of the things I talk about, in the annual profit plan. Things are going to happen. We're going to have some emergency budget set up, right? Because things don't go wrong. It just is what it is. Let's not pretend like it's not going to happen. But what I will tell you is, you can't have that scarcity mindset. You can't have the mindset where, oh, things are going to, never be the same. So definitely, you want to have an abundance mindset where you believe that there is more than enough for everyone. Because when you have that belief that there's more than enough for everyone, guess what you don't do? Guess what you don't do? You don't make decisions based on scarcity. And some of you, I love you, I do, but some of you make decisions based on scarcity. Like, oh my God, I gotta run to do this thing because if I don't, it's gonna be gone, right? And I know, right? There is some real scarcity in things. Like there is it. Sometimes things are limited. You only have 10 of them, right? So you gotta you gotta go get it when it gets good. So I'm not saying, don't move with urgency. I'm not saying, don't jump on things when they come. I'm not saying those things. What I am saying is money is abundant. Money is not one of those things that is going to go away, right? No matter what's going on in these streets, it's not going nowhere, right? You want to have an abundance mindset, right? When you get money, it doesn't mean someone else is not getting money. I know everything has ebbs and flows, everything has balance. To win, somebody has to lose. I know the saying, we've all been there, right? But understand, like when it comes to money, there's an abundant amount of it. The question you have to ask yourself is, what are the habits that I have in my life to prepare for it, to plan for it, to keep more of the money that I make each and every day, right? So those, you got to answer those questions, right? And then the second thing that you need to do is you need to decide what is it that you want to do with this life to make sure that you're able to give as much as you possibly can and sustaining yourself at the same time, right? For me, that is being the chief profit coach of Global Profit Solutions, right? Because I know in that space I can give as much as I want, right? And I can also sustain my life, right? So it's totally up to you. So those are the three myths, my top three myths. There's more. There's plenty of more, right? I think there's a couple more. There's probably like 6, 7 of them that I go through in the academy. But the first one is the myth number one that we busted: money is not evil. I don't care who said what when they said it. Money is not evil, right? The reality is it's just paper or it's just coins, and it's quite neutral, right? It's not good or bad. It's what you do with it, right? The second one is people who want money are not necessarily greedy. Now, some of them are, hmm right? Some of them are, right? But people who want more money may just want more money to bless more people, right? Just kind of depends on what you do, with the money. And then there is more than enough money for everyone. There is more than enough money for everyone. I promise you. And out here in this world, in fact, there's an abundance of money. You do not have to keep your hands tight when it comes to money. You can give and give cheerfully, right? Because one of the, like I said, one of the most hidden wealth principles is giving, right? Wrote that in the book, and that'll come out soon. That'll come out soon. So there's that. Listen, it is Money Making Monday, right? Money Making Mindset Monday. All of the things. I'm super excited. I thank you for being here with me, right? Because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with me. I definitely appreciate that. If you need to connect with me, you're like, listen, Erica, hey, I need help planning, managing, or maximizing the profit in my business because I either make more than enough money, but I don't know where any of that money is going, right? Just seem like just out hearing, right? Or you're saying to yourself, I need help, right? Knowing how, right, to manage the money in my business, right? I don't even know how to manage it. I just know it comes in, right? And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it, right? Or you're saying to yourself, listen, I haven't even started the business, sis. Like I haven't even haven't even done that, right? But I want to make sure that my finances are in order before I even start the business. That's the best way to do it. Trust and believe me. I've done it the other way too, right? Right? But that's the best way to do it, right? Or maybe you're at the stage where you're saying to yourself, you know what? I'm making money, I'm managing it. But you know what? To be quite honest, I'm ready to maximize, ready to scale this thing. I'm ready to take this thing to another level. And so I need your help. If that's you, not a problem. You can connect with me. I do 15-minute consultations, next step calls, which Lord, y'all bear with me. Y'all know technology. GPSnextstep.com. Um, and so you can definitely book 15 minutes with me and we'll go through, where you are, what you need, all of the things, right? And then get you on your journey to success, to managing your money. So it's totally up to you. But if you want that, you definitely can take advantage of it. GPSnextstep.com. That will get you 15 minutes. You can book whatever time is good for you, right? And that's on the calendar, obviously, when it's good for you. And we can discuss your profit management or the money, right, that you're making as well in your household. Because please believe me, right, oftentimes, even though I deal with entrepreneurs, quite frankly, the money in our households is the money that really kind of affects a lot of different things, even as a business owner. It does in a sense because you're dealing with so much already as a business owner, right? And to have your money in order, your personal finances in order is very, very important. And so as someone who used to do personal finance all the time, I do more profit management, things like that now. but I can also help you, right, get your budget in order, credit, and all the things, right, in order. So definitely, if that's something that you want, gpsnextstep.com. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Listen, as I always say, it doesn't matter how much revenue you generate. It doesn't. It's all about the profit that you get to keep. My name is Erica Lane, the money elevation strategist who tripled my income in a little under 3 years using what is now my profitable entrepreneur money makeover program. It has been my pleasure. I'll talk to you all soon. Listen, tomorrow we're gonna get to the real money talk Tuesday. You already know. You already know, right? I'm going deep. It's gonna be pricing. Pricing. I'm a, send out the flags. It's going to be pricing. I'm going to be talking about pricing tomorrow. So definitely tune in. And we'll talk soon. It's been my pleasure. I'm gone. Bye.